Today we're going to be taking a look at the best hitches available for the 2016 Mazda 6. The most popular that we offer is the Curt Class One. This is part number C11356. That's followed by the Draw-Tite Class One. Part number there is 24908. Now, both hitches being a Class 1, that means they're going to have an 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube opening. Aesthetically, the Curt's just a little bit different because it does have kind of this flush reinforcement collar on the front side of it, whereas the Draw-Tite's just the receiver tube that comes out to an end. Both of them share the round tube cross rail. We're going to be able to see that across the rear of the vehicle where it meets up into our side plates, and ultimately is going to go into two very easy locations to mount to. It's a really straightforward install. Fish wire a couple bolts in, tighten them down, and torque them to spec. Now, both hitches are going to have very similar uses. We're talking about smaller cargo carriers or 2 bike racks, typically limited to a 2 bike capacity when we're dealing with a Class 1 hitch. Both are going to have a 1/2-inch diameter pinhole. We want to be sure we use Class 1 rated accessories, and it looks like we're going to have enough room on both of them to use whatever type of accessory that we'd like. Safety chain connection points are very, very similar. They're of a plate style. We've got kind of an elongated hole there. Same thing you can see on our Curt here. Plate style around the bottom, and then kind of an elongated hole. Looks like we have plenty of room there to connect whatever safety chain to these that you'd need to. Now, this is what our Curt hitch is going to look like installed on the vehicle, and the Draw-Tite's going to look almost identical like we've talked about. As far as weight ratings go, we've got a 200-pound tongue weight rating, so that's the maximum downward force we can put here at the receiver tube opening. And we've got a 2,000-pound gross trailer weight capacity. That's the total weight of our trailer and anything that we might load up onto it. That's going to be the same for both of our hitches, so there's no real distinguishing factor there. The only real noticeable differences that I see in the hitch is that with our Curt hitch, to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening here, it's 11¾ of an inch, where our Draw-Tite is 11¼ So it's going to be about a 1/2 inch lower, giving us about a 1/2 inch less ground clearance. Our hitch pinhole is going to be 1¼ inch further back. That means we're going to have 1¼ inch more space between either our cargo carrier in the rear of the vehicle or our bike rack in the rear of the vehicle. And 1¼ inch can be a pretty big difference when we're talking about being able to open our trunk possibly, or maybe fold up a cargo carrier without it making contact with our vehicle. And that'll complete our look at the best hitches available for the Mazda 6.